me explain to you why.
Alright, gang, make sure you like and subscribe. Part 2, a reason why women operate in her masculinity. You have to understand, women are not going to just submit to any man. This is why they prefer to be in their masculine energy, because you're not going to just submit to any man and let that man lead, and that man can't even lead them and can't even be the masculine one in the relationship. That's why that woman stays masculine. She will submit and be feminine, but it has to be to a man that's in his masculinity at all times, is able to lead the relationship, able to make his own decisions and make decisions for her. Overall, make a decision for everybody, and for both relationships. He has to be the dominant one who's able to make the decisions, stand firm, confident. These are all alpha traits that women want in a man. This is the reason why women operate in her masculinity. Gang.
Women are tapping into their masculinity, and a part of that is because you're having more men nowadays that exude more feminine energy. Listen, whenever a woman is operating in her masculinity, there's an unsafe atmosphere. Women often will take on a more masculine energy when they don't feel safe. Now remember, love should never involve fear, but if a woman, depending on the relationship and depending on what she's gone through previously, it may invoke a more masculine energy because she feels the need to protect herself. She doesn't necessarily feel safe. And when a woman doesn't feel safe, she takes on a stronger role. Another reason why she could be exuding women nowadays are exuding more masculine energy is because sometimes in order to let a man play a weaker role, she has to step up and play a stronger role. So if you've attracted a man that's not necessarily leading the relationship, it's easier for you to take on that stronger masculine role. Next, I want to say that we are in a time where roles have been reversed in a lot of ways. One of those things is leadership. A lot of people talk about women not being able to submit, not allowing a man to lead. Let me explain to you that it depends on how you start the relationship. If you start the relationship requiring her to lead, and then later on in the relationship, you expect her to step out of that role, sometimes that could lead to conflict, right? So let me give you an example. If you are courting a woman, but yet every time you want to take her out on a date, you're asking her to figure out the location. You're asking her to figure out where she wants to go. Then guess what you're asking? You're asking her to lead. And I know it may seem simple, but you're actually asking her to lead. And then months down the line, there's a conflict because now you want her to take her hands off the wheel, but you let her drive from the beginning. So make sure that if you expect a woman to submit to you, first and foremost, you make sure that you're leading from the gate.
I totally agree with her. Again, you must be the dominant one at all times in a relationship. Simps are easier to control and manipulate. This is why you must stay masculine at all times. Women just use that guy for emotional income and support. Gang, make sure you like and subscribe. Gang.
So let's talk about this masculine energy that a lot of people are talking about, a lot of women exude. Let me explain to you why women are tapping into their masculinity. And a part of that is because you're having more men nowadays that exude more feminine energy. Listen, whenever a woman is operating in her masculinity, there's an unsafe atmosphere. Women often will take on a more masculine energy when they don't feel safe. Now remember, love